What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, man, and these are the type of fights that make you love boxing. I know I hear people out there talk all the time about you don't talk boxing no more. I don't talk it as much as I used to because I talk about other things. So you guys don't really get to see a lot of my boxing videos anymore, or I don't do it as much because there's other things that I talk about now because boxing has not put out that many fights. There haven't been anything intriguing. Plus, we do the radio show, and that's 3 hours of boxing talk. But if there's something intriguing, I'm definitely going to talk about it. When I do, you guys not there. You don't show up. So I understand it though. It's the nature of it. You guys rotate over to somebody else who's talking. But whenever you want to talk boxing, all you got to do is ask me. I'm always here. But this is the kind of fight card that makes you love boxing because there's nothing terrible about this fight card at all the way through. You got great fights coming up, and it's going down. Ray Robinson and Ugas right away. Ray Robinson's a guy who's tough, and because he's named after Sugar Ray Robinson, he has to follow in his footsteps. And he felt like, look, I gotten better. Sorry about that. He was like, I've gotten better, and I felt like trying to live up to the name of Sugar Ray Robinson. I put a lot of pressure on myself. He even lost a couple of bouts. But I think Ugas is just ready. This is his time. He's going from 140 to 37, and putting on that extra weight is going to make him a little bit too big, I think, for Robinson. And I think Ray Robinson is not, and he's not really used to it. And well, I think he's used to the weight. I just don't think he's dealing with fighting somebody that's confident coming up in weight as Ugas. And I think he's gonna be stronger, man. He's gonna go right to Ray Robinson's body and try to break him down mentally. And once he starts feeling and takes the confidence away from Ray Robinson early, I think the fight will probably go to distance or get stopped a little late. But I don't think he could survive for the rest of the bout. I think without a doubt that Ugas wins the fight. Now, going to the next fight. Oh, baby, here we go. The rematch. Ronald Graville versus David Benavidez. And in the first fight, everybody was going back and forth. And everybody's like, Graville won. And people was like, no, Benavidez won that fight. And it was just close. But it was a great stylistic fight. And they had to do this fight. And knocking down David Benavidez, you would have thought that was enough to seal the victory. So now he's got more weeks, and he did that on a short camp, Ronald Graville. So David Benavidez has had more time to prepare too. Who said, he dropped me, but I wasn't hurt. I got up and smiled. I ain't feel no power from dude. And the fact that it wasn't a tough decision to give him a rematch because it was a great fight. He wanted to give the fans the fight to see it, and they got it. So on that note, there was no problems with either side. I could see both of them going in the routes that they did. So it's going to be a close fight. I'm looking at it from a standpoint of I think the confidence level, Garil has Ronald Garville, whatever, Garil, he has the most confident going in because he knows he can beat Benavidez. Now he's talking about the same thing as before. Oh, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to stop you. He said that in the first fight, and he found out that Ronald Garville could hit. Now, he's trying to take away his confidence by saying, man, I got up. That was nothing. He got no power. It's a tough fight for both guys. I'm going to go with Ronald Garville. Before I thought Benavidez would take it and get the decision because, they got it. But the confidence level, man, it's going to be close. I'm going with a close razor split decision for for Ronald Garville. See, look, I almost gave it to Benavidez again. Then the mother of all events, Danny Garcia versus Brandon Bam Bam Rios. Oh, man, here we go. Now, me and Sean disagree on this fight. And I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you one thing. Sean thinks this fight won't go 6 rounds. And so does Danny Garcia. He thinks this fight will be over in 6 to 8 rounds. Not me. I'm somebody who believes this fight is going to distance. Brandon Rios is going to come in with the style he normally uses a push jab to get in and do everything right. He's looking like Brandon Rios. He's talking like Brandon Rios. And he might just come out and fight one last fight as as Brandon Rios. So Danny Garcia, to me, earned enough to have a draw against Keith Thurman. But he's hanging on to that fight a little too much. His body had a chance to take this long time to get used to being acclimated to being a welterweight. And that's what he needed. He needed to let his body be at welterweight for a while. Have this extra weight on so he didn't have to lose so much. So now that he had this time off, he can come in, fight Brandon Rios to see where he's at. Rios he's there to be hit, but that's what gets him going. He needs a hit. So you can hit him, but he's gonna go downstairs, he's gonna go upstairs. Now what Danny has to understand is that you can't fall into the trap of letting Rios come forward. Rios come forward, he starts with a body, goes up top, he starts working on the inside. Danny Rios is going to try to tie him up, turn him, and then step back. Now, Danny can hit. Now, his left hook and everything else, that's great. You can hit. But here's the problem. When Rios is Rios, it's hard to stop him. Now, everybody thinks Rios is washed up because the time he got his only stoppage against, he looked terrible against Timothy Bradley. He looked like a shot fighter. But now that he's dieting right, he's doing everything right, this is his last gas. If he loses this fight, that's it. The career of Brandon Bam Bam Rios is over. But I think he'll do enough and have enough fight in him. And this is it. I don't think he was doing the right things before. And his mind state is right. I'm just gonna go with Danny Garcia because I think he's gonna be the sharper puncher. He'll land the more cleaner shots, and he's gonna counter punch, go to the body when things get close, and he can crack. So definitely Danny Garcia, because Danny got great vision. He don't take his eye off the target. No matter how many punches are coming, he's still looking for openings. And his boxing IQ, I think, is a little bit sharper than Brandon's. Brandon's a come forward fighter, attrition fighter. But I'm gonna go with Danny Garcia by decision. I think it'll be a unanimous decision for Danny Garcia. But I think Rios does give him some good rounds, especially early. It's your boy Carcino. I'm out. BoxingSocialist.com. We still alive. And definitely go on Twitter to @Ropadope Radio and check out the radio show and listen to the predictions from Chris Carlson. He does a great job. And I'm out.